talking about sparring. Sparring is one of those things that if you've never done it, it seems very scary, but there's things that you need to keep aware of when you're thinking about developing your boxing skills. Now, drilling at home by, on a bag or a speed bag or something can help. And one of the biggest things I say to anybody is before you start sparring, you need to condition yourself. And conditioning happens in various ways. It could be you trying to do a lot of punches all at once. You could be strength training. You could be doing plyometrics, calisthenics. Any way that you guys need to prep your body for combat. Now, when you first start sparring, it's very jarring because people hit you with a lot of force. If you're not ready for that force, you're not used to getting hit, it's going to shake you and it's going to rattle your brain and going to make you feel like a little uneasy, right? Just like Mike Tyson always says, everyone has a plan until you get punched in the face. And that's the same thing that you guys need to kind of think about when you're sparring, because everybody has a plan when they spar, but as soon as something happens that you didn't expect, you end up kind of resorting back to your innate reactions. Some of it, if you haven't drilled your boxing skills out for very long, you might just go into maybe like a street fight mode or a very scrappy type of fighting. The whole point of this is the concepts, the moves, and all the techniques that are taught in boxing are taught in order to keep you safe during high volume, high stress, high impact sparring or fighting, right? So in order to react properly, or maybe not even to react, right? Some people end up, when you see a punch, they end up getting scared or turning away, or something that you shouldn't really do when you're fighting somebody. You shouldn't turn your back on anybody, but nobody can. It's hard to fight a reaction like that because that's the only thing you know. Now, the purpose of drilling and sparring and all this other stuff is to have you get used to the impact of sparring, having you get used to the pace, the cardio that it requires in order to be successful in a fight. It's not like running on the treadmill or taking a jog outside. It's very intense, and it requires you to be almost immediate with your reaction. So it's not so much about thinking anymore when you're actually sparring. It's about doing what you've already been taught, right? Trying to see what reactions that you've built up that are the best in order to defend yourself. Now, everybody, again, has a different style, different body weight, muscle mass. Their bodies are different. Everyone's not going to fight the same. People find different fighting styles comfortable in some ways. In some ways, they find it uncomfortable. So when you're learning, you basically have to kind of mix and match sometimes styles in order to make your boxing efficient. Some people, they have great fundamentals, right? But they never challenge themselves in competition, so they never really get to that higher level. But there's other people that go to a higher level and they don't have any fundamentals and they end up looking really sloppy, right? So best advice for you guys, if you guys are thinking about sparring, thinking about competing in boxing, is condition yourself first. Okay, get used to hitting in high speeds, high volume, a lot of power, and also get used to getting hit with your defense, using your defense, because it's one thing when you practice it as a concept. In reality, when you're actually going through it, it might feel a lot different than you would have expected. So it's important to experience it, and then you could use it appropriately. A lot of new people that are sparring, beginning sparring, end up hurting the partners, or maybe they go too hard too fast, right? Maybe it's, their training partner is more advanced. If you go too hard too fast with somebody that's more advanced, they're gonna humble you real quick, right? They're gonna put you in your place because they've been there. They know what it takes in order to get to where you want to be, and they had to learn the hard way as well. So I would say take your time. Don't get too frustrated with learning to box like right away all the time. It is a muscle memory thing. You are building neural connections as you train. So it takes time to strengthen those connections and not to rely on your brain, but your muscles or your muscle memory in order to do what you need to do. So that is it for this course. If you guys are interested in boxing or want to pursue it professionally or even as a hobby, the more the merrier. Look at anything you can, look at many styles. Don't get bogged down into one fighter or the other. You might want to study somebody's style for a long period of time just to make it your own. But at the end of the day, the more knowledge you get yourself, the better you're going to be in the ring, right? So good luck practicing by yourselves. Make sure that you guys don't injure yourself. Make sure that you challenge yourself. And most of all, try to stay humble. You know it's a process. It's going to take a long time. Okay? The more exposure you have to it, the more content you absorb, the better you're going to be. So stay confident and stay consistent.